good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're seeing our video from. This is Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of Igbo people. You're welcome online. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first videos, please subscribe to our channel. Today we are looking at what Enuani Cultural Forum is doing to correct the wrong narratives and perception about Ndị-Igbo. What we have been able to succeed in doing over the years. What you and I have succeeded in doing in correcting the wrong narratives about Ndị-Igbo. We have achieved quite a milestone. We have achieved tremendous success together as a platform, because this platform is not just about making videos. Even on ground, offline, we have been able to succeed in hosting cultural festivals. We have been able to succeed in giving out books. We have been able to succeed in writing books that help to shape the narrative about Ndị-Igbo. Who is this one saying salam alaikum? Well, you're welcome. If you are somebody that loves Ndị-Igbo, you're welcome. Shinye, you're welcome. Okay, but this is Enuani Cultural Forum, and we are an Igbo-centric platform. Everything we do here is about Ndị-Igbo. Everything we do here is about Igbo. Okay? We promote Igbo culture, Igbo unity, Igbo food, everything about Ndị-Igbo. So if you are someone who loves Igbo culture, this is a very good platform for you. If you are someone from Igbo land, this is also a very good platform for you. If you are an Igbo hater, okay, then I'm out. I'm Yoruba. If you are an Igbo hater, you can go out. I know there are a few Yoruba platforms that I have seen that promotes cross-cultural events because of the relationship between Ndị-Igbo and the Yorubas, even if that relationship has been soured because of the very toxic government we have of today that fails to understand diversity and promote it. I know that there are very wonderful and accommodating Yoruba groups. Otherwise, what we have today is very toxic. Very, very toxic. Okay, no problem, my brother. So, Yoruba, Igbo are even more closely related. It is only here when we're in Nigeria that you will see some people doing the separation. When a Yoruba man finds an Igbo man somewhere in Australia, somewhere in Canada, they will all become brothers immediately. Some of them will become closer even than some who are from the same state or region, because they will now realize that they are brothers, because they are no longer in Nigeria where people are doing separation because of tribe. So this is Enuani Cultural Forum, and what we are doing basically today here is to invite you as an Igbo person or a lover of Igbo culture to please subscribe to our channel and also to binge on our videos. We have posted no fewer than 370 something videos. Video na-ekwu maka Ndị-Igbo, video na-ekwu maka ọdịnala Ndị-Igbo, video na-ekwu maka lifestyle Ndị-Igbo, ihe niile gbasara Ndị-Igbo. Ihe anyị na-ayọ bụ, as an Igbo person, subscribe to the channel and ensure that you click the notification bell. Ka ọbụna mgbe ọbụna anyị tinyere ihe onyonyo gbasara Ndị-Igbo, ị ga-adị na ndị izizi ga-ebu ụzọ wee hụta ya. So For this video that you're seeing, first of all, you can begin by liking this video, giving this video a thumbs up. Then you go to our channel and subscribe to the channel. Click on the channel right now as we speak and subscribe. So let's jump into today's discussion. We are going to be discussing two things. What Enuani Cultural Forum has succeeded in doing. This is a fact-based platform. We do not engage in unnecessary banter or insult. We do not undermine other tribes. We just simply promote Igbo culture. In promoting Igbo culture, we reel out facts. We explore historical documents. Where necessary, we explore historical documents and books from people of other tribes. I have read A Brief History of Benin by renowned author of Antiquity, Jacob Eyareva, whose books were published in the 1950s. I have read books by people like late Professor Angolo Onwejogo. He is from Ibuzo community. He is the founding head of department of history and sociology at the University of Benin. I have read books by Professor Nkem Onyepe. He is also the head of Department of History and International Studies, University of Lagos. I have read books by our wife, Professor Elizabeth Isichei, the New Zealander married to an Asaba man, who also spent most of her life in Igbo land, Enugu to be precise. I am a thoroughly bred, well-traveled Igbo man. I am interested in promoting Igbo culture and Igbo unity because I have taken time to understudy the Igbo-speaking people, and what I could find were more of convergences than divergences. Our areas of convergence are so much and undeniable, even in communities that are so close to other tribes, like the western parts of Igbo land, where there is a strong Benin influence. Yet, the elements of Igbo culture undeniably and unquestionably visible even unto this day. I will give instances. In the western banks of Igbo land, where the Benin influence was felt even in the days of Antiquity, say 400 years ago, yet these Igbo-speaking people continued to speak their Igbo. They continued to maintain their 4 market days. They continued to maintain their modes of worship, even introducing sin to the Benin people. They continued to maintain their 4 market days. They continued to maintain the Igbo traditional leadership system that gives precedence to seniority. It is called gerontocracy. It is the most enduring leadership system of Ndị-Igbo, where the Diokpala, the master son, who is the first son, takes precedent. In Igbo land, it is this Diokpala that carries the lineage of 4 in every part of Igbo land. It is still same in the west banks of Igbo land till today. So, I have understudied the Igbo culture and discovered areas of convergence are so much that even migrant groups who came with their forces to invade this area, or who came to this area to seek asylum and were granted asylum many years ago, were assimilated and inducted into our midst. took up our names, married our women, and we married theirs. Even in this epoch, are still saying that they are not one of us. Now that they are not claiming they are no longer one of us, when I look at them, I laugh, because I know our ancestors have a system of welcoming people in, and that system is still in practice today. We call it Ibuba no. Webuba no na Ndị-Igbo. You are taken to our Enuani, where we plant our village Ogirisi tree. We call it a man. When a man comes to a settlement the first time, he does what is called a man. It is through a man that you know that these people came first or they came last. You plant Ogirisi tree there, it becomes the village Enuani or the village shrine. When people come into our midst to settle in our midst, they are presented before the Enuani. They are sworn to an oath. You will not bring destruction to us. We will not also destroy you. One basic characteristic of Ndị-Igbo, culturally existent in every Igbo community, is the ability to welcome strangers. It is undeniably so. You will never hear it anywhere that there is an Hausa or a Yoruba man who settled in Igbo land and he was mistreated and his house was demolished. Igbos now took over his property. You cannot hear it in any part of Igbo land. Please, my aim of making this video, I reiterate, is this. I am interested in promoting Igbo culture, but I cannot do it alone. You must be a part of it. So if you're seeing this video, your aim is to first go to this channel, click the subscribe button, help us to promote this channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. Share it to Igbo groups that you belong to. Help us to grow and promote this channel where we talk about the rich cultural heritage of Ndị-Igbo. So, we are discussing about Ndị-Igbo, and I said that one major characteristic of the Igbo people is this. They are accommodating. In my hometown, we have it as a proverb. No one should be killed because he or she is from a distant community. So we welcome people. In fact, our people used to say that we treat strangers more fairly than the indigenes of the community. We never mistreat strangers. So hospitality is one good thing Ndị-Igbo were known for. They are still known for. When a stranger comes into our midst, we welcome them. We swear them to an oath and make them one of us. We have Igala people who are our brothers initially, but now starting to claim they are not one of us. Although when they came, they were welcomed. In places like Anioma, we have these in Ebu, we have them in Ila, we have them in Ahaba. These few settlers who came do not define us. We have Benin settlers in our midst as well. We call them Ndị-Igbo, because no true Enuani person calls that place Benin. It is a new name. The name Benin is new. You may think it's old. Yes, it's up to 500 years old, but it is still new. Our grandparents have a way of passing down names, and it sticks. The place is called Ndị-Igbo, such that any group of people that come from there are called Ndị-Igbo. And the Benins will also agree that the person who founded that place, now called Benin, was a man named Pa-Idu, Nna-Idu, an Igbo man. They will say he was a son of Idu, who founded Idu Eri. They will say that Eri and Idu were siblings, so they parted ways at the confluence of the Benue River. I look at it, I laugh. All the places in Benin, even in Western Igbo land, instead of calling it Umwa Okonkwo, they say Idu Mo Okonkwo. That name Idu, a reference is still made to it even unto this day. That is for Ndị-Igbo. So people who come from Benin, present day Benin, to dwell in our midst, we call them Ndị-Ani Idu. All of them in Enuani are called Ndị-Ani Idu. They are in Ubuluku. We call them Idumu Idu, Umu Idu. They are in Ubulokiti. They are in Iselugu. They live among the Umu Ezechimers. Because the man Ezechima is an Igbo man, unquestionably and undoubtedly so, who migrated out from Benin, from Ani-Idu, when there was crisis. When Oromiyan invaded Ani-Idu and put an end to the Ogiso dynasty. In fact, in some quarters, it is believed that that was how the name Benin came to be. What is the meaning of that name, Benin? A lot of historians agree, they don't argue about it, that because of the invasion of Ani-Idu, Ezechima fled. Akalaka also fled at some point, the one who founded Obaland. These are Igbo people well established in Benin. And then the land was called Ile Ibinu. Ile Ibinu, some call it Ubini. But that Ile Ibinu is a land of strife, a land of battle, a land of fight, because of what Oromiyan, the son of Oduduwa, who some people call Ekalabia, because of what he did in Ani-Idu. The place was now christened a land of strife. I'm not trying to define the meaning of the name Benin. I'm trying to bring to your notice that the people who came from there to our midst, we call them Ndị-Ani Idu, and we know them. Okay? Now, this is to challenge the idea of people who say that Igbos are doing expansionist ideology. They are looking for who to join them. Not far from that. From the foundation of Benin, the place now called Benin, it had Igbo-speaking people in the population. This is evident, clearly evident, crystally evident in the Benin language of today, where over 50 words in their daily use are Igbo words. Some of their artifacts even bear Igbo names. This is not a coincidence. This is to tell you that the people who manufactured these artifacts were in fact Ndị-Igbo. If you want to draw references, you can also reference that Igbos have been producing sophisticated artifacts at least on the minimum 400 years before any Benin artifact was produced. Because the Ibuku artifacts are up to 500 years older than all Benin bronzes, 300 years older than Ife art. So Ndị-Igbo were among the metal workers in Benin, unquestionably so. Otherwise, how do you explain that their artifacts can be named Okuko, symbolizing chicken? Why did they have to mold Okuko? I will tell you the story, but please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Let me see 10 thumbs up. Then we can continue the story of why there is an artifact in Benin called Okuko. You can type it in your phone, search Okuko, O-K-U-K-O-R, and see the artifact. Then I will tell you why there's an artifact called Okuko. Why was Okuko molded in the first place? Please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, we have just one person liking a video that over 87 people are watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, love you too. Thank you so much for your contribution. Please give this video thumbs up. Okay, give this video thumbs up. Give this video thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Help this video to come up on the algorithm. Okay, give this video a thumbs. Okay, give this video a thumbs up. Please help come up with him. I'm waiting to see how many thumbs up you're giving. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up, please. Not reactions, thumbs up. If you are not yet a subscriber as well, go and hit the subscribe button. Why is there an artifact called Okuko in Benin? Why was it named Okuko? Why did you have to mold Okuko? Kam taro no ilu ni Igbo. Kam taro no ilu ni Igbo. There's this Igbo folklore about Okuko. Okuko doesn't attend meetings. So one day, they called a very crucial meeting in Igbo land among the animal kingdoms. All animals were told that they were invited by the king. Of course, you know that the king of our jungle, the king of our jungle is Ago. Ago is leopard. So, they invited all the animals to a meeting, and Okuko did not come, but it was a very important meeting. What they were going to discuss was, which animal are we going to be using for sacrifice? Okuko didn't come. So in his absence, they concluded that the best thing to use for sacrifice is Okuko, because Okuko was not there in the meeting. This is just a folk tale. So today, ị ga-ahụchasị ihe niile ejichazi achụ aja, ọ ihe niile gbasara ọkụkọ. A na-eji akwa achụ aja. A na-eji uriom, that is a little chick, achụ aja. See, a full-grown ọkụkọ achụ aja. The people who do midwifery, who do traditional midwifery, a na-ejichasị mbọ ọkụkọ, chasị ọgwụ. So, ọkụkọ, chicken, is a very important creature in Igbo land. It is used for sacrifices. Where is it used for sacrifice? There's a place called Umuaja, the children of sacrifice. Umuaja is located in Enuani local government area of Delta State. I have been to Umuaja. People go on pilgrimage as well to Umuaja. So this is the place where the name Onoku, O-N-E-O-K-U-N, came up. The shrine of Onoku, the oldest shrine of Onoku, is in Igbo land, in Umuaja. So it is from Umuaja that you now have Onoku in Yoruba land. Onoku, the Yorubas call it Onoku, O-N-O-K-U-N, in Yoruba land. The Igbos in Umuaja call it Onoku. The Benis also call it Onoku. When they go to Onoku for sacrifice, it is chicken that they use. So the then makers of Benin artifacts reason that chicken has been so important to the Benin culture to make an artifact called Okuko, and they named it Okuko. The name is not a mistake. What we call Okuko in Igbo language is what the Benin people called Okuko. What we call Ewu, they call it Ewe. Nkite is Ntite. Most of the things we call is what they call apathy is epeti. There's no difference between at least 40% of the Benin words and Igbo language. On the contrary, you will only find few words in Western Igbo land that came from Benin usage. What am I trying to bring out? The antiquity of Ndị-Igbo. Just joining us, please subscribe to this channel. Support the growth of this channel. What we do every day is to promote the Igbo cultural heritage. Through this channel, we have controlled and shaped narratives online and offline. We have even been arrested and detained, not in Asaba, not in Zone 5, Benin, but in Abuja. All for promoting Igbo culture. There are some truths you will reveal. You will get in trouble, but the truth will set you free. Which is why I believe that the truth will set Mazen and the Kano free one day and very soon. There are some truths you will reveal. Some kings will not be happy with you. There's a particular king now whose name I would not want to mention, because probably he will be looking for who he will use as a scapegoat. We have continued to ensure that we kept this king on his toes. You cannot come into our midst and redefine us. I cannot open my doors for you. His kingdom is the newest, one of the newest kingdoms in Western Igbo land. His position that he is occupying is not more than 400 years old. Yet, he thinks he can redefine our identity and give us a new way of thinking, a new attire, a new name entirely that is alien to us. And he continually tries to disassociate us from Ndị-Igbo. We have tried our best by saying, no, speak for yourself and your people. And his people said, no, it's not speaking for us because we are Igbos. And then now he's speaking for himself. This is what we have succeeded in doing with Enuani Cultural Forum. Recently, we were able to start clamoring that the capital of the proposed Anioma state should be located somewhere that it will be convenient for the people, somewhere that we have all agreed to have as a capital, not an already made capital. And I am glad we were the first set of people to start this discussion. And as our ancestors and Chukwu Okike will have it, it is now a major discussion. Also, when distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko was sworn into office, it is our group, Ndị Na-Asụ Bịa, that went on a visit to him in Abuja and said, if there's anything you will achieve here that our people will appreciate so much, it will be to help us to actualize our quest for the creation of a new state. And he has gone as far as ensuring that the Senate committee has approved the creation of just one state in Nigeria, just one. And it must be a state in the southeast. So presently, just 2 states are being considered. The Ada states and the Anioma states. Of course, we know that Ada state will be created from the 5 existing southeastern states, which does not give mileage. But if Anioma state is created and added to the southeast, where it naturally belongs, before we were removed and placed in Western region, where we don't have any business with the Yoruba people, we were joined with Yorubas in Western region. Representatives were going to Lagos. People like Dennis Osadebe was in Lagos. They were going for meetings until we were able to fight out a Midwestern region. That Midwestern region was still a place of a multicultural region, comprising the Benin, Eshan, Ichakiri, Isoko, Urobo, Ijo, and then we the Igbos. We the Igbos are the largest Interestingly, in Delta State now that has 25 local governments, the Igbo-speaking local governments are the established ones, so are 9. That is Delta North. We still have Igbo-speaking communities, over 15 in Isoko, about 15 as well in Edo State. So these Igbo-speaking people are the ones saying that when Anioma State is created, they are going to be carved. The map is going to be adjusted. It is called boundary adjustment. These people do not speak Edo language. They speak Eka. Which business do they have been in Edo State? These people speak Igbo language. They even affirm that some of them are from Umbidi and they are Ndị-Igbo. Which business do they have in Isoko? Isoko is not even Delta North. It is Delta Central. So, it's in Delta South, interestingly. So, what we are saying is very, very simple. Well, if Isoko is not joining us, my brother, I can't read it, in your bong. Okay, so in your bong, if Isoko, the communities in Isoko are not joining us, compulsorily, we have been pushing for the inclusion of a banker, because it was when Delta State was created that these Eka people of a banker were carved into Edo State, and they are joining us. Sorry to break your heart, They are joining us completely. All the kings of Ibanke have joined the movement when the hearing was held in Akwa Ibom State, when it was held in Enugu State. These kings from Ibanke joined in the hearing. You guys forget the genocide you guys committed to the minority tribes during the Civil War. What are you saying? Which genocide did you guys commit to? What is even the name minority tribe? Where is the word minority tribe coming from? Which people do you call minority tribe? Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu was the leader of Biafra. Philip Effiong, who is from Efik and Ibibio, is the deputy. When the president left Nigeria for Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire, it was Philip Effiong who even handed over to Gowon and had the negotiations with him. Who are you calling minority tribe among us? Who are the minority tribes? And which genocide? Who carried out genocide against the other? Was there any genocide of Biafran soldiers against Biafrans? The war in this side, let me give you an example. Nigeria as a whole had 14 generals. This side of the world, Anyoma had 24, while the other side had just 14. This side, research what I'm saying, had 24 commissioned generals. If not for intervention of the British, if not for the support, how can Harold Wilson be giving weapons, sophisticated weapons to go on and then be supplying food to Biafrans? You're not dealing with somebody who doesn't know history. I've read books, enough books, and I am also from this part that you would want to call minority tribe. We are not minority tribe. When Joe Achuzia, the Black Scorpion, blew up the Niger bridge to say, no, you are not crossing to go and kill my brothers, and they lashed onto the people of Asaba, the people of Ishagu, where the king was also assassinated. You think it will make us to deny our identity? We cannot. Do your findings. The Igbos killed a lot of people. Don't even bring up such. Which Niger Delta region? Am I not from Niger Delta? Which community in Niger Delta are you from? Let's know if they killed in your community. Let us know which Niger Delta. Tell me which community in Niger Delta you are from and which Igbo soldiers attacked your community. Let's start from your own community. Both of us are from Niger Delta, I want to believe, because I am from Niger Delta, you are from Niger Delta. So tell me which community you are from in Niger Delta and the Igbos attacked your community. Very good. Akwa Ibom, Rivers State to be... No, Akwa Ibom is not Rivers State now. Pick your community, let's deal with your own. If you are from Rivers, pick Rivers, let's deal with Rivers. Or pick Akwa Ibom. Let's deal with Akwa Ibom. Okay, very good. I'm waiting. Kalabari in Rivers State. Kalabari are Igbo people. Kalabari people are Igbo people. I even took time to do a video lately about it. The people you see in Kalabari have their descendants. They are descendants of Igbo people. Go and do your research and find out. So they are not minority tribe that you would want to mention. I was thinking you'd be saying people that don't have any relationship at all with Ndị-Igbo. Kalabari people are Igbo, even if they identify presently as Izon, that is a John, Eche, Ndoni, Opobo, Oba, Ebema. These people are Igbo people. And then the Ikwere people, obviously. That is the Uroha people. So, and then Emuoha people. All these people are Igbo people. There's nothing like minority tribes. Igbo is, that's what we are trying to correct. There's no minority among the Igbo. What we have is difference in dialects. And no two Igbo communities speak the same dialect. Go to Anambra State. From one community to another, the dialect changes. Go to Imo, the same thing. And where a person does not speak the same thing with Okigwe person. And Okigwe does not speak the same thing with Olo person. The dialect changes as you move on. There's nothing like minority among Ndị-Igbo. Okay, so if we say minority tribes, these 9 local governments I listed in Delta North, they are the landmass. Go and check the landmass of Anioma. Before you can proceed from Asaba to Ibanke, at least you would have wasted a reasonable 1 hour. The landmass is insane. And then you face Okwani area. And we are not just a landmass, we are oil producing as well. Which makes it part of what you call Niger Delta. If oil is what qualifies them, then they will be part of Niger Delta. So you agree there are genocide committed there. Committed by who? That's what I asked you. Who against who? There was genocide all over Igbo land, not by Biafrans to Biafrans. By Nigerian soldiers to people they perceived as Biafrans. I am from Ubuluku in Anyocha South local government area of Delta State. So don't see me and say we are the majority in Igbo. So we are talking bad. We are trying to lure the minority. And in Delta State, we are not a minority tribe. We are Igbo. No Igbo is senior to the other, or older, or more important, or more prominent. Igbo is Igbo. Igbo is Igbo. Even if Anioma state is created tomorrow, we are not joining the Southeast to go and bow to any other states. We are all equal states. And Anambra man is not later going to become governor of Anioma unless Onitsha is carved into Anioma state. And in such discussion, if I decide to switch to my Igbo dialect, you will not have any place here anymore. Unless you are from the Igbo-speaking people in Akwa Ibom state or Cross River state. That's when you can be qualified because we have Igbos there as well. Even when you, in your bunk, you said the Igbo soldiers to the Nigerian Delta, the Igbo soldiers to the Nigerian Delta minorities, Efik, Ibibio, Kalabari, and more. That's not true. Like I said, the second in command in Biafra was an Efik, Ibibio man. Philip Effiong. Did I carry water in my mouth when I said it? So you mean Philip Effiong was overseeing the killing of his people? I don't understand you. Akami Ibiam. When this region was called Eastern Region, your brother Akami Ibiam was the governor. He's written down today in history as one of the only few people to stand before the Queen of England and say you are evil. And he surrendered his MBE. He was knighted as a member of Shemaiah. So he gave up his MBE, his knighthood. Was Akwa Ibom man. So can a minority, since you are considering your people as a minority man was leading majority in the. You cannot bring such a half truths to me now. I am well grounded historically. Before I chose to open a social media account, my head was full already. I'm not reading any book to talk to you. It's what I already know that I am replying you. With over 15 years of research, God bless the day I will decide to launch a book. I said, the people you are calling minority tribes, I have mentioned 2 people from minority tribes. Since you want to call Ibiam a minority, your brother Akanibiam was the head of the Eastern region, was governor of Eastern region. Maybe you didn't look up that one. Also, Efio was second in command to Ojukwu, an Efik Ibibio man. Unless he is not Efik Ibibio, you let me know. The Igbo soldiers shot and killed some Ikwere people. Are you not a big? Where was Ken Sarowiwa living in Port Harcourt before he died? Whose house was he staying in? If you are not a very big fool, I'm talking to Andy. If you are not a very big fool, tell us whose house was Ken Sarowiwa living in before he died? Before Nigerian government arrested him. And when they arrested him, and Ojukwu went to visit him in prison and told him good morning in the afternoon. Ken Sarowiwa, good morning in the afternoon. Whose house was Ken Sarowiwa living in Port Harcourt? Or you want us to open old wounds? Who owns the house where Ken Sarowiwa was staying in? The one who they say was an environmentalist, an environmental activist from Opobo, who was fighting for the rights of Ogoni people. Ogoni, I mean to say. Whose house was the Ogoni man living in Port Harcourt? Go and find out whose house. Then come back and comment again. He said we're killing minority Ikwere people. Which Ikwere people? Ikwere people that were very happy that Gowon has created his proposed core states. Gowon said, if the East attempts to leave, I will create core states. These core states, he said, were Cross River State, Ogoja State, and then River State. He did not create Ogoja State, but he created Cross River State. He created River State, carving Port Harcourt, a major Igbo community, into the Cross River State. Carving Oba, Ebema, Ndoni people into his proposed Cross River State. These are Igbo people, established Igbo people. We are not saying Igbo descendants, established. 90% of the population in River State was Igbo as at the time I speak to you. Then you made the capital, which was already inhabited by Ndị-Igbo, Port Harcourt, and then they asked Ndị-Igbo to leave, and your lazy brothers were rejoicing that they will inherit the properties of Ndị-Igbo, which they did. So Andy, I said you are a very, very big fool. Why I gave you that fool was when you talked about Biafra. And I know you are using the name Andy to deceive and fool yourself the more. If you like, fool yourself from now to 200 years time. You are an Igbo man. Type your Ikwere name, let me see. If you are not a very big fool, deceiving yourself and your family members. That deception will end the moment you cross the boundaries of River State. Find yourself in Abuja and explain to them that you are from River State. You and your useless brother that is up there too deceiving himself. Go up and tell them that you are from River State, that you are not an Igbo man and your name is Andy. What is Andy? Type your Ikwere Iwuru name, let me see. If it will not be an Igbo name. Go and change the language. You think it's easy to change the people? There are things you cannot change. They are fundamental. They are God-given. They are from birth. You cannot change your name immediately. You are an Igbo man. You can deny it from now to the next 200 years. You are deceiving yourself. You are an Igbo man. Who is the founder of Iwuroha? Who is your father? Is it not Akalaka? Or Akalaka is an Hausa or Benin name? Because you fools who are in River State think the Igbo speaking parts of Delta are Benin. They are close to Benin. So when they want to describe the place, they will, like some people will tell you they are from Asaba. They are not from Asaba. Some of them are from Akuku Igbo. Some are from Obulo Kitty, some are from Obulo, but because Asaba is the popular place, they will tell you they are from Akuku, they are from Asaba. The same way your ancestors fooled you that they are from Benin, they are not from Benin. If they are from Benin, they would have been speaking Benin language. If they are from Yoruba, they will be speaking Yoruba. We have a few people who are from Yoruba in our midst, and they are speaking Yoruba till today. His name will be NDBC, my brother, and he's here deceiving himself that his name is Andy, which useless, E-N-D-Y, what does it mean? Type your Igbo name, type your Igbo name. Let me see how full you are. Go to Hausa land and tell them you are not an Igbo man. Your head will be on the ground. Oyala. Thank you so much, my brother Okoye. That fool just got me upset by saying your Biafra soldiers were committing genocide in the minority tribes. And I said, where is the minority tribe? He has disappeared now. In your bong, my brother. In your bong said the minority tribes were okay. Now he has gone to Idoma. He said, Idoma people, this guy stop this. What is Idoma people? Oh, those ones are now the minority tribes as well. I've mentioned names like Akanu Ibiam for you. I've mentioned names like Philip Effiong. Your own people. Your own people. I was thinking you will even say the Igbo-speaking people of Delta State. Some of the fools who try to deceive others here that we are not Igbos, I will tell them to go and type the name. Very simple analogy. It's not even olden days. Just yesterday, type the name. Ambassador Ralph Uwechwe, and check who he was. He's from Ogwashuku. He was a president general of Ohanese Ndị-Igbo. If we are not Igbos, why will he be allowed to lead the whole Ndị-Igbo? I am an Igbo man. I am not an Igbo man because I woke up one morning and I saw Igbo people and liked them, because I have been practicing Igbo culture from the day I was born. We practice the 4 Igbo market days. I know it's the same in your own community. Be fooling yourself. We practice Ibugu. On the 8th day, it is the same. We practice naming ceremony according to Igbo culture on the 7th day. Anyị na-ekwupụta nwa. Anyị na-eme n'ibi ụwa. Anyị kwere n'ịlọ ụwa, which is reincarnation. Everything an Igbo person believes in, we believe. Some of you will continue denying your Igbo identity until you die, and your funeral rites will be carried out in the Igbo way to show how foolish you are all through your life. You will now be buried like an Igbo man, and your children will be another set of confused people, because that your Ikwere that you are claiming now, they are not even speaking the Ikwere language. Ikwere, they will not speak. It means the Igbo Izube, they will not speak. They will be blowing English. If you ask them where they are from, they will say River State. Which tribe are you from? They will say River State. River State is not a tribe. Delta State is not a tribe. Kogi State is not a tribe. Edo State is not a tribe. Which tribe are you from? You are Igbo. I'm talking now to ND, who has disappeared. An Igbo man. Eh? Okay, you have not disappeared, self. Say, do you see yourself? You are very, let me read out what nonsense you wrote. You are incorrigible, unwilling to learn, and never willing to allow people resting there. Who is this one now? What are you trying to say? If you want to break out, you are free. Break out from where? You say, leave the Niger Delta states alone. You are a fool, very big fool, because Niger Delta is not a tribe. Just like I just explained here. I'm very, very happy. I cannot be insulting people and be happy. I'm insulting you and I'm very happy about you. You are a very big fool, so that you get upset and do a little research. Niger Delta is not the name of a tribe. There's no tribe called Niger Delta. You are an Igbo man trying to reduce the states in the Niger Delta. Affordably. What have we benefited from being in the same Niger Delta with you? 9 local governments that are Igbo speaking in Delta, and I am from one of the local governments. You are not. You are here crying blood that we want to leave Niger Delta. What is our benefit in being in the Niger Delta, Onyala? All the oil, Ikwere doesn't have any single oil anyway. If you are from Ikwere, you are a fool, because the whole of Ikwere land, there's no one single deposit of anything called oil. Not one community in Ikwere has oil. Not one. And I'm saying this as somebody who has worked in the oil and gas sector for a long time in Rivers State. Not one community in Ikwere has oil. So keep fooling yourself. I want to be in the Niger Delta. I was going to tell you about oil blocks and OMLs, oil mineral licenses. That all the OMLs in Rivers State, 80% of them are owned by Yoruba and Hausa people, not by your indigenes. How many indigenes of Rivers State have oil block in Rivers State? Name one. Mention one, and I will give you five Yoruba people. You see this fool. Say I should respect it. You are the one who is on my space. Ikwere is Igbo. Completely Igbo. So, nothing to talk about. You say all of you who answer different names are from those places. Really? I don't understand. Which different names? Type your Ikwere name. That's what we told you to do. Franklin has just told you something. Type your Ikwere name and leave the rest for us. Type your Ikwere name and see how stupid you will look here, bearing the name ND. What is ND? NBC. Type your Ikwere name under ND. You want it to look like your swag. Which swag? Your name is an Igbo name. You are an Igbo man. Say we should leave the Niger Delta states alone. What is Niger Delta? It's no longer South. Just to call it South. South is a term that doesn't exist geographically. And thank God I did geography up to my secondary school WAEC, and I did very well in it. I've never heard the name South. In terms of map, I've never heard that this is the coordinate called South. Never in my life. It's only in this place called Nigeria that you hear the word South. South doesn't exist. Okay? And secondly, get it into your score, your very thick score, that there's nothing called Niger Delta of ethnic groups. There are different ethnic groups in the Niger Delta. And we are saying we don't want to be in Niger Delta with people that we don't have any business with. There are people in Awuchi, people in Esan. I, as an Igbo man, I am in Niger Delta, but I don't have any business with them. From my community to Awuchi is more than 5-6 hours. Why? And then from my community to Oka is no more than 1 hour. And you want me to be in the same region with that one that is 5 hours and leave the one that is 1 hour? You are a... My brother, just leave this person. Say you are foolish. Who say that you are free to, that you are from Guinea? No. Maybe you are new to this channel and then you are angry. This is an intellectual platform. Use your phone, and Ndubisi, I'm going to be calling you Ndubisi until you type your Igbo name. And thank you for even making this live video very engaging. I like reading your comments. Ndubisi, type Ngodo Ancient Kingdom in your Google. Type it now. Ngodo is spelled Ngodo. Ngodo Ancient Kingdom. Read about Ngodo Ancient Kingdom and tell me where it is located. That is where the oldest Acheulean tools in the world, stone tools, that is when you hear Stone Age, during the Stone Age, the oldest Stone Age tools in the world was discovered in Igbo land, at Ngodo, in Okigwe, present-day Abia State. The community's name is called Ugwuele. It is believed that that's where humans lived first. A goddess named Nemchuku lived. And the name of the mountain is called Isiume, first breath. All these things are there, even in the internet, for you to read up. Leave Ngodo Ancient Kingdom apart. Go to Enugu State in Nsude. That is where the oldest pyramids. I know you hear of Egyptian pyramids and your brain will feel like exploding. Read about Nsude pyramids. Nsude is Nsude. I know you are new in this platform and you are very upset. We cannot have these things of antiquity and be telling you we are from Israel. If there's a tribe of Israel who came to live in our midst, good and fine. We are not denying that fact. of us from Israel. We cannot come from a place we are older than. Igbo land is way generations older than Israel. Even the biblical man called Israel, Igbo land is generations older than him. So we cannot possibly be his children. Okay? So that is for you saying we are Ndị-Igbo. We are Israelites. We are not all Israelites. If there's a group in our midst who are from Israel, we cannot deny that fact because there are convergences as well. If I begin to reel out to you the areas of convergence between the Igbo culture and the culture of the Jews, the Israelites, you will be shocked. You are in a historical platform. And then as well, I said that the oldest and most sophisticated artworks in sub-Saharan Africa were discovered at Ibuku. They are called Ibuku arts. Go and do all this research. So which other tribe will I rather want to be from if not Igbo? So go and make your research and be educated. For your information, the entire Ikwere and landmass have oil underneath. Mention the community now. Have I not worked in the oil and gas sector? I'm not saying I worked in Lagos or Ogun State. I said I worked and lived in Port Harcourt. So let me know which community in Ikwere land that has oil. I want to know. And then type in your phone now as we talk that which state has the highest gas reserve in Nigeria. I'm saying Nigeria. Hear me. Nigeria. Start with Nigeria. When you finish, type which state has the highest in West Africa. Then type which state has the highest in the world. Imo State has the highest gas deposit in the whole of Africa. That's Igbo land. Because they used to fool you people and block your head with the lie that they are coming for your oil. It's your oil that is attracting them. Igbo people, they don't have anything. It's your oil they are coming for. Which useless oil do you have? And how many oil blocks does your people, the Ikwere people, have? Or in Oba? All those places that have gas. OML licenses were issued to Niger Delta people. Mention one Niger Delta man that has OML license in your community. If your community has, even if it's groundnut oil itself. No, I don't want to keep telling him. If I mention Opobo now, he will say, I've gone far. Those ones are Igbo people. Established. Go and find out the name of Jaja of Opobo. His name is not Jaja of Opobo. It's an Igbo name. Find out his name. The place you call Bonny today, find out the original inhabitants of the place. Using pre-colonial documents. Not today, not during the Biafra war that cowards started denying their Igbo identity. And if you like, deny it from now to 400 years. I've told people that from Igbo land, the deepest part of Igbo land, from Enugu down to Benin are Igbos. So you people that are claiming you are from Benin, you are still saying Igbo land, but a different part of Igbo land, if you don't know. Who is this idiot now? Ndubisi? It's like your head is not correct, though. Your head is not correct, though, Ndubisi. How can you be this stupid? I said, Igbo land is generations older than Israel. Generations older than Abraham in the Bible. So, what are you saying? Is it that you did not check what I asked you to go and check? You think we give out free knowledge here for free? We are giving you knowledge so that you will learn and throw away your ignorance, the usual ignorance that many of you exhibit. What I have told you have not answered. I was thinking by the time you would have filled my timeline with the name of communities in Ikwere that have crude oil and gas. I'm waiting to see them. I have not seen. I was thinking you would tell me Rumuji. I will tell you where we produce what we transport to Rumuji. So when you people come online to say Ndị-Igbo don't have anything, they are coming for our oil. Which oil do you have as an Ikwere man? You are as poor as a church rat. You have nothing. Only thing you have is what Asaba has. That capital city was located in your place. Finish. Take it away. You are empty. The same thing that happened to Warri. When all the electorates were living in Warri and going to other neighboring communities where there is crude oil, Warri was feeling very big until those people left and Warri returned to zero. Your people answer Peter, Paul, James. Those are not the traditional names. Those are baptismal names now. Don't tell me you are this daft. Now, Afambo, Onwode, Ngozi Chukwuka, Fortune. My name could as well be Onwode Ngozi Chukwuka Peter. That Peter is a baptismal name for people who are Christians. Do you understand? Good. That Peter doesn't mean you are now an Englishman. It is your baptismal name. You know your Igbo name. That is what I told you now, because it's your name that we started with, and I know you are trying to dodge. Ndubisi, tell us your Ikwere name, not your Christian name or your English name. Tell us your own Ikwere name, since you are an Iwuru Oha man. That is what we want to see. That's all. If you say it, leave the rest for us. Tell us your name and your surname. Very big Mumu. I think it's his first time of coming to this platform. It's so funny. The one that came to tell us that Igbos were committing genocide among the minority tribes. I just laughed. How can Igbos be committing genocide in Efik and Ibibio, where the next in command after Ojukwu is from those? Allow us with what we have. What do you have that they want to allow you with? Noisy people. What do you have that they want to allow us with what we have? Is anybody forcing you to join anybody? Remain where you are and suffer where you are and fall where you are as well. Remain where you are. Nobody is forcing you into any identity you don't want to be part of. Igbo land is blessed and big. What I told you is not a make-up or a make-believe. I said the largest deposit of gas in the whole of Africa is in Imo State. Fact check me. Then come back and post your result here. Tell me you are a liar, then come back and post what you found. Because what they usually use in deceiving you fools from Ikwere is that Igbos don't have anything. They are coming to take your oil. Which useless oil do you have? Do you have it more than them? Abia State has oil. Imo State has oil. Anambra State has oil. Enugu State has coal. And so many other natural resources that are more important, more expensive than oil. Ebonyi State has salt. And so many other minerals that are more expensive than oil. You keep deceiving yourself about oil. The Anyoma State they are trying to create has oil. Which oil do you have that they are trying to, Igbos are trying to drag? In what way do you compare with Ndị-Igbo? Is it in terms of natural resources or human resources? In the present day or in days of antiquity, in what way do you compare to Ndị-Igbo that you want to deny your Igbo identity? You want to be Benin man. And I'm telling you now that Benin, almost half of Benin is Igbo. And you are still saying you are a Benin man. Your father's name is Akalaka. Do you not look stupid? Your father's name is Akalaka and he's an Igbo man. And he's a Benin man. Your father's name is Ezechi man. He's a Benin man. Do you not look stupid? Benin people have written the Oba of Benin, the immediate past Oba of Benin, Oba Ereji II, released an article that is like his biography, insinuating or clarifying that you people are Ndị-Igbo. And you want to go back to him and say, no, you are supposed to be one. You people lack so much knowledge. Which so much knowledge do you lack? It is ignorance that is disturbing you, because I've told you things that I believe by now you will have fact-checked and come back here to disgrace me. But I'm sure you have fact-checked them and you found out that what this guy is saying is true. So you want to still continue in your ignorance. Continue. Nobody is dragging you. Until one day you find yourself in Maiduguri or Sokoto and somebody mistakenly sees your document and your name is Ndubisi, and you come to foolishly explain to that person that you are not Igbo. Wait, let crisis start. You will see Ginana. Oyala. I beg. Ndubisi, don't get me upset, okay? We have so many other interesting things to discuss. And I know that there are very reasonable people in Rivers State, beginning with governor. Go and watch the video where your governor talked to Ezo Choha of Akabuka. Akabuka is located in Rivers State. I told you when I started that I am a well-traveled Igbo son who has gone to the nooks and crannies of Igbo land. So when I discuss people's identity and culture, it is because I have gone there. I have participated in their festivals. I have eaten their food. I have lived in their midst. So when I'm talking, I talk with authority, at least small authority. I have lived in Akabuka. Akabuka shares boundary with Obagi, Obogu, and Erema. If you leave Akabuka in not more than 10 minutes, you will find yourself in Ahoda. These people speak Igbo language, at least a version of Igbo language called the Egi dialect. I understand it properly. If I switch to Egi now, because of the few years I lived there, you will think I am from there. Even the indigenous believe I am from there. I am not from there. I am from Delta State. I am from Ubuluku. I am an Igbo man from Delta. Okay? But if I switch to Egi, if I switch to Akabuka, you will think I am from there. So the governor of Rivers State, Siminalaye Fubara, took his microphone and did that man, Ezo Choha of Akabuka. Your title is an Igbo title, or your position is Igbo, but you are telling the world that you are not Igbo, and everybody laughed. It's not his first time of doing so. But to tell that king, keep deceiving yourself. This thing I'm saying is no more than 1 month ago. This is to Akabuka people, not to talk of you, whose name is Ndubisi, and you come here to write your name as Ndendy. Not the only ND. Let me remove that Y. You will see yourself, you will be at the end. Go to Hausa land and explain to them that you are from Ikwere, you are not from Igbo land. Because they want to take your oil. Which your oil? Do you have oil? Do you have oil? The small part of Imo State. Oh, God will punish Gowon very well. I watched his videos when he was younger. I was thinking he has been a stammerer all his life. He will have long life, enough to see his own people go through what Ndị-Igbo went through. So, Gowon carved out a part of Imo State and joined them to Rivers State. That is the place they call Ebema. So today you will see somebody who is from Ebema and Rivers, and you will say, I am not Igbo, I am from Rivers State. Rivers State is not a tribe. Ndubisi, Niger Delta is not a tribe. In Niger Delta, you have so many tribes. Okay? I am a Niger Delta person, but that's not my tribe. I am an Igbo man who found himself grouped in a place where government designed called Niger Delta. Government did not design Igbo. Igbo speaking people have been together before government came here. Our language, our cultural practices, our interaction, everything was the same. We identify ourselves by the name of our father, but we are still Igbo people. Such that I will say, Abmoyi Buluku, Manendi Igbo Kaibo. Abmoyi Ogwake, na Igbo. Abmoyi Ibuzo, na Igbo. Abmoyi Ikwere, na Igbo. There's no idea you people have not brought forward that your name is not Ikwere, that is an Igbo man that changed it. Everything is an Igbo man. I believe it's an Igbo man that also named you Ndubisi, because your father is an Igbo man. So in your mind, you think you are doing well by telling us about what we know and about mineral resources in Nigeria. Ndubisi. Sorry about that. Ndubisi, You are a young man, I don't know your age, or a mature person. So whichever one you are, I know you have children. Forget about the earlier time when I was saying foolishness and all that. I'm sorry about that. Let's be honest and factual. You are an Igbo man, Ndubisi. Deal with it. You are not a Benin person. Alright? You are not a Benin man. You are an Igbo man. Just accept it. There are people who even have traces of other culture, like Dele Momodu. When I say the name Dele Momodu, it will come to your mind, this must be a Yoruba person. No, he's a Benin man. Why is he bearing the name Dele and Momodu? Because most part of Edo State too are Yoruba people. Okay? That's how it is. Your grandparents came from the Igbo speaking part of Edo State. I'm not going to be in the group that will tell your fathers lie. They did not lie. They told you the truth, but it is you that don't have brain to understand. What is Benin? And when did the term Benin come into diction? Type in your phone, what is Benin? The kingdom of Benin was established in 1440 something. That is around 15th century. That is when Benin was established. Before then, what was it called? Idu Igodomigodo. And Idu. It was when the Portuguese now came, gave them weapons, gave them regalia, made their kingdom look prestigious, that your father started claiming, that is where we came from. It was called Idu Igodomigodo. It was Igbo land. Not 100% Igbo because it had other tribes in it, okay? But Idu had Igbo people in it. The present Benin has Igbo people in it. The number 3 person at the palace of the Oba of Benin is from my hometown. He's an Igbo man. He holds the position of the Aiyase. I don't know how to explain these things to you, but to give you examples, maybe it will make sense. Maybe it will make sense. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me give you this example. When the Oba of Benin was to be coronated, it took like 1 month. When this present Oba Ewuare II was to be coronated, it was announced in the whole of Benin that nobody will do burial. Please, if this is your first time of seeing our video, kindly subscribe to our channel. I am pleading and appealing to you. For those who are watching, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you. So, it was announced in the whole of Benin that there will not be funeral. Then one family in around Sapele who migrated from Benin were conducting funeral. Thank you to this person that just gave us a thumbs up. We have 11 now. Please give us thumbs up so that this video can come up on the algorithm, so that more people can subscribe to our channel. That is the aim. So, thank you so much. We have 12 thumbs up now. That means my talk is working. So this family we're about to conduct a funeral. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. It's 14 thumbs up now. And it is in Sapele. So when they started the event, people who were dressed in royal regalia came from Benin into their compound, used the inflorescence of to the compound. They were shouting abomination, 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 and they carried some of the musical instruments back to Benin, to the Oba's palace. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful. Thank you for giving this video thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. If you have not given the video a thumbs up, please do so. It's coming up. So, wonderful. So, they went to Benin. And this young man, knowing who he is, an Igbo man, he's from my hometown, decided that they have to go to the Oba's palace. After all, they are not the owners of the musical instrument. To go and find out what happened. Nobody was talking to them. Please give this video a thumbs up, okay, and share it to your audience. If you are not yet a subscriber, Biko, subscribe. We now have 20 thumbs ups. This is wonderful. So he went to meet the community chairman. The community chairman said, Oba's palace, no, they don't go there anyhow. Said, okay. Should we call Olu of Warri to assist us? They called Olu of Warri. He declined. They said, okay, should they call Oshomale, somebody that is big in Benin that can lead them to go and see the Oba? Nobody was accepting to go with them. So this, my brother, his name is Apamefuna Augustine. You can search him on Facebook. I also share this story on Facebook publicly so that people can see. It's nothing to hide. So I shared this story. He said he dressed up and he went to the palace. He asked to see the Oba, and they gave him a set of chiefs to meet with. He explained to the chiefs why he came. They said, okay, proceed. He proceeded to meet with another class of chiefs, and finally he was led to the Oba's presence, and he stood up, greeted everyone, and they asked him what is the offense that brought him. He said he is from Sapele, a community around Sapele, that they were conducting a funeral when a group came from the palace and sealed the compound and also took the instruments, that they have committed abomination. Please, what is the abomination? And they told them, oh, you are the ones conducting funeral when they are when they are coronating the Oba of Benin. They now started reeling out his fines for him. And he told them, no, please, he cannot pay this kind of fine. That they just finished funeral now, and he's not even a son of the man who died, that he's his in-law. And they said, where are you from? What I'm saying, may the owner of the story, who I know will be watching this video or see it, bear me witness. He told them he's from Ubuluku. Ubuluku. They all looked at each other. Ubuluku. They started murmuring and they kept quiet. Nobody talked back at him again. After a while, one of them asked him, who told you to lie that you are from Ubuluku? He said, nobody, I'm truly from Ubuluku. They asked him, okay, where in Ubuluku? He mentioned. Who is your king? He mentioned. Which family are you from? He mentioned. Ha! They kept quiet again. He said they started looking at each other. After a while, they now told him, they now told one of their chiefs, you don't land for your leg. He said, what landed in his leg? He said, you don't land for your leg. What landed in his leg now? The chief opened up to tell him that himself is from Ubuluku, but that he is a chief here in the Oba of Benin's palace, the number 3 person in command. Mind you, is the position our father Ezemu made for us at the palace of Benin. As a court named after him at the palace, any Benin person can go there and verify. So they gave him a vehicle to go and unseal that compound. He said when they unsealed the compound, the king of that community was asking him, who are you? I'm not telling you this story to shade Benin, but to tell you that Benin value relationship with the communities that were their allies. Ubuluku was their strong ally in the past. They are still allies till today. I have pictures myself, as young as I am, of the Oba of Benin visiting Ubuluku in 1992. They must visit Ubuluku to complete their coronation process. Now, when this Oba died, the former Oba passed on. We don't say the Oba died, okay? When the Oba passed on, everybody was asked in Benin to shave their head, whether you are an indigenous or non-indigenous. Please shave your head. Thank you so much, Ikechuku. I love his water. I would have continued to be addressing ND and leave important things we'll talk about. So I ignored him. ND, don't worry. You are an Iguro Haman, a Benin man. You are not Igbo, okay? So everybody was asked to shave their hair. And one man from my hometown, a lot of them did not shave their heads. And they were arrested and taken to the Oba's palace. When they got there and they explained that they are from Ubuluku, they were set free. What I'm trying to explain and establish to you, whether you are a Benin person watching this or an Igbo man, Ezemu of Ubuluku has a court in the Oba of Benin's palace. Ezechima has a greeting, Laovieze, in his name in Benin till tomorrow. Akalaka has a legacy in Benin. These were Igbo people. It was the first son of Ezechima, called Oheze, that established Onitsha. Onitsha simply means Ononocha. Ndi Onocha. Onocha means those who live outside their ancestral lineage. In fact, it doesn't have to be a lineage. If we are 5 people going for an errand and we stay together as 4 people, one of us stay apart from us, we will say that that person nocha. I can tell that person, Kiki knows nocha, Posha nocha, Oyo nocha kebo. Oye nocha is somebody who is staying aside. That is what onocha means, onecha. Anytime you hear onocha, know that that person is staying apart. So, the Ikwere people are Ndi Onocha. He said their name became Ikwere because after teaching them, the white man will ask Ikwere and say, yeah, Ikwere. They now start calling them Ikwere. Very funny story. So they are Igbo people in Benin, okay? Your ancestors came from Benin, but they are Igbos. I don't disagree that they came from Benin. So they are Igbo peoples well established in Benin. Let me even shock you. There are people well established in Ile-Ife. The biggest shock for you is that my own ancestors, all of them migrated back from Ife. And there are 5 of them are Igbos. He met a man in my community who says he's from Benin. Let me name the man's children's name. 12th century. The first son's name is Ara. Second one, Ogogwa. Third one, a Benin man. What does it tell you about Igodomigodo? Not Benin. Let me be clear. Idu Igodomigodo. What do you think Anidu was in the past? An Igbo settlement. Not a claim. But that in their language today, you will find elements of Igbo in their daily usage, not on ancient words. The artifact has some that bear Igbo names. Ancient times, present. So, when you say you are a Benin man, you are not Igbo because you are Ikwere people, I laugh at your ignorance so much. As people who live close to Benin, I laugh at you. Abo will not even make that. That is a car people, which you are, cannot make that mistake. I feel so happy today because of the way you people supported this video, the way you gave it thumbs up, the way you shared it. I feel so excited. And then Ndubisi, you made this video also very exciting by trying to prove stubborn and argue your point, arguments to make. Identity is not something you choose. You are born with it. Okay? Your Igbo identity is something you were born with. It was not given to you as a gift. You cannot change it. It is not also a costume that you choose to wear or remove. Let me give you an instance. There are people, identity crisis is a problem all over the world. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're just coming in. If you are not yet a subscriber, that's the biggest thing you can do for me. Go now and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that every day like this, if I have the opportunity, we will interact, especially on Friday nights like this. So, there are people in Australia. Identity crisis is a global problem. United States of America, Australia, Haiti, Jamaica, so many places they have with identity crisis. How do they solve it? They will go for what is called ancestry DNA tests. Very simple. When your result comes out, it will tell you are 80% Igbo, 40% Nupe, 60% Akan. Any type you are, it will show them. To doubt it because it's in your DNA. So your of birth, your bloodline, your tribe is not something you choose. You are born with it. Thank you so much, my brother who is watching from America, Valentine. So Valentine, I was telling them about ancestry DNA test, okay? There are lots of communities presently in America where the association, the CISA, we have CISA, Council of Igbo-Speaking States in America. Now, CISA usually goes from community to community to induct them into the Igbo fold. And recently held a conference. They usually also try to go to Denver Creeks, where the Igbo landing happened. So all over the world, my brother, I'm trying to tell you that NDBC now that there is identity crisis, and the best way to solve it is to go for ancestry DNA test. And NDBC, I tell you for a fact that when you go for ancestry DNA test, your result will come less than 80% Igbo. It's not something you can change. It's not something you can choose. It is something you are born with. That is why when you see these enlightened people go through their ancestry DNA results, they will just come out to say, I just did my ancestry DNA test and it just showed that I'm from Akan man, or I'm from Igbo, I'm Nigerian man, or I'm from Yoruba, I'm Yoruba man. You just see them celebrating it. They can't change it. You can't change it. Something that is in your DNA is already there. You can't change it. You can't choose something different. That is identity. Thank you so much, everyone who has watched this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share this video to your audience. If you are not yet a subscriber, please subscribe. If you can also support us with super thanks, please send it to us as a gift. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for staying with us for close to 1 hour 30 minutes now that we have been discussing as a family. Dalo ni umunemu Ndị-Igbo. Afambo onwadenemu Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune. Oye Delta State. Oye Ubulukwu na Aniocha South Local Government Area Kembo. Abmoya Anioma. And we are hoping that very soon, when Anioma State is created and added to the Southeast, when you ask an Anioma man, are you Igbo? He will know how to answer. Because when people say they are not Igbo, I have found out that what they are trying to say is, I am not from the Southeast. So by the time we are added to the Southeast to join up with our Igbo brothers and sisters, those identity denials will stop. God bless you, my brother, for taking the time to educate us. Dalo, I appreciate you, Ike. Thank you. And we say, have a great day as well, or great evening. And those names of places you just mentioned are Igbo names. I didn't even read the places you mentioned. So, NDBC is an Igbo man. He just doesn't want to accept it. You are not the one who should be angry. It isn't the Igbo that should be angry. It is their properties that you stole. When you talked about it in the first time, and I gave you one, you have not come back with results. I told you that Ken Sarowiwa was living in Ojuku's house in Port Harcourt. They were calling it abandoned property. That is Ojuku's house. Not an Igbo man's house alone. That was the leader of Biafra. His house was tagged an abandoned property. I'm sure that property, maybe the Rivers State government, like I saw recently, has tried to renovate it. It is still abandoned because the man who took over from it, took over the place, also died. I said when Ken Sarowiwa was arrested, Ojukwu greeted him good morning in the afternoon, like saying, your eye don't clear now. This is Nigeria. Somebody cannot be whipping your brother and say, it's my brother they are beating, not me. Leave him, his own too much, like they are saying about Mazen and the Kano. I beg, may it suffer. His own was too much. He's your brother. The cane that they used for your brother, the next person that will use it for is you. As simple as that. I want to thank you, everyone who supported this live broadcast. Please give us a thumbs up so that this can come up to 30 something. I'm almost going offline. Thank you for supporting us. Please subscribe to our channel and do have a very, very wonderful weekend. Bye.